everyone. It is Saturday, May 14th, and welcome to Odds Wizard, where we bet for fun by betting together. We had went 2 for 3 again last night. This streak has been unbelievable for us, and it's been a lot of fun. When you're on a winning streak, it's much more fun than a losing streak. So hopefully you're going with me, not against me, because if so, you've had a rough couple weeks. But if you are going with us, it's just going to be so much fun. Hopefully we can continue that today. And we have an incredible weekend of sports ahead of us. We've got 7 Game 7s this weekend. 7. We've got 5 in hockey and 2 in basketball. There's no NBA games today, so it's straight hockey. But I only picked the best hockey game today. Just the one game that I think we need to watch that's going to be the most entertaining. And then I have 2 prop picks in Major League Baseball. I know it's probably going to be a big, busy Saturday for you all. I know that we as a family have an incredibly packed weekend. So I'm trying to pick things that can get you guys in and out of picks pretty quick on what's likely a busy day as summer starts heating up and you guys start having more activities and more fun stuff to do outside. I'm going to start today with a baseball pick. I'm going to start with the Mets and Marlins no-run first inning, NRFI. It's a minus 165 odds. It's a 7 o'clock game tonight. For those of you who are new to this, it means that neither team will score a run in the first inning. And yes, you can bet on that. It's at most of the books. It's a weird prop pick that people can get in and out of. It's very exciting. It's why we like to cover this. It's a very fun pick to have. The pitchers in this matchup are going to be Bassett versus Kirby. Both of them have pitched really well. Kirby is kind of the question mark in this one because he's only had 1 start so far this season. In that start, he went 6 innings with no runs. So in the 1 start he had, he pitched great. And on the other hand, you have Bassett, who's pitched phenomenal all season so far since he came over from the A's. And this is kind of a weird pick for me. I had to pick it. So I went back and looked, and Nintendo of America owned the Mariners up until 2016. You have Kirby pitching for the Mariners. How could they sell before Kirby made it to the pros? It was the perfect marriage that somehow never happened. So I just find that really interesting. I was like, Kirby, man, that reminds me of my childhood. So either way, we're going to be rooting for Kirby in the first inning and for Bassett in the first inning in this Mets-Mariners no-run first inning. Again, tonight that's at 7 o'clock. Our next pick, you're going to see a theme on our second and third pick. We're going to take the Jays and Rays over 8.5 runs. So you have Toronto and Tampa Bay. Keep that in mind. 8.5 runs seems like a big number to cover. It's usually it would be, but then I looked at the ERAs of the pitchers that are starting, and Ryu, who was great a couple of years ago, has been horrible this year for Toronto. And Yarbrough on the other side for the Rays has not been much better. These guys are both allowing a ton of runs every time out lately. So 8.5 isn't that much to cover when you have two batting lineups that can absolutely rake. Toronto can put up over 8.5 runs on their own any given day. So this game should hopefully hit the over. The game between the two yesterday was 5-2 with 2 much better pitchers. So this game today could be a slugfest, which should make it a lot of fun to watch if you like offense and bat flips, because I think you can probably see a lot of both of those today. The Rays is something I was looking at if you like futures bets. They are flying under the radar this year. They've won 20 games. They have a really good record so far, and everybody's only talking about the Yankees, which is understandable. They're the Yankees. But the Rays make the playoffs every stinking year, and nobody ever follows them, and they've had another really solid, quiet year. Something to look forward towards if you're making, say, AL champions or AL East champions picks for later this year. The Rays are flying under the radar, and don't miss out on a team that's actually really quietly good, with who I think might be the best manager and GM in baseball. For a team with this kind of payroll to be this good year in, year out, the Rays are a team, if you want to follow business, follow how they do it. Either way, we have the Jays and the Rays over 8.5 runs at 6:10 tonight. Now, coincidentally, there's a Game 7 in hockey tonight that's versus the same 2 cities, Toronto versus Tampa Bay. And we are going to make our last pick with that, because I think it is by far the most exciting hockey game tonight, just because it's probably the biggest team in Canada. But we are going to take the Tampa Bay Lightning to beat the Maple Leafs tonight at plus 110 odds. It's a 7 o'clock game on TNT. Game 7s are a big problem for Toronto historically. They have a long, long history of losing Game 7s that they should have won. Hopefully tonight for us, that continues. This game is going to be followed by pretty much everybody across Canada. So like the Yankees probably have one of the biggest fan bases in the United States in baseball, the Maple Leafs have one of the biggest hockey fan bases. And they're a bunch of spoiled little brats, okay? Every Maple Leafs fan talks about how they get screwed over every year. That's not the case. They just have horrible ownership and horrible leadership and horrible press. What they do have going for them is arguably one of the top 3 players in hockey, if not the best, in Austin Matthews, who also, in my opinion, is going to end up as the #1 hockey player in the NHL from America ever born. Oddly enough, from Phoenix. So you wouldn't think it's a breeding ground of great hockey players, but Austin Matthews is different. He will be fun to watch for the Leafs in this game, and he could take this game over single-handedly. He is a beast of a forward. Our only hope for our pick tonight is that he doesn't, because I don't think that Toronto has the depth. If Austin Matthews doesn't score 1 or 2 goals, the Lightning are going to win this. Either way, my goal for us is to pick the best games, and despite there being 3 other Game 7s tonight that are going to be awesome, if you like hockey, your day should be glued to a television. But if you're a casual hockey fan like the majority of people, this is the game you want to watch. The Lightning Leafs is going to be awesome. The game on Thursday night was awesome. This is not going to be any different. The Lightning over the Leafs at +110. If you take all 3 of our picks and throw them in the cauldron, our odds are going to be +559. We took a couple of favorites here. Last night we took all underdogs and hit 2 or 3. Today we took 2 favorites, or two where the odds are not against us. So that's why the odds on the cauldron are so much lower than usual. Either way, let me recap our picks for us. We have the Mets and Marlins, no run first inning. You've got the Jays and the Rays over 8.5 runs, hopefully for a slugfest. And the Lightning to beat the Leafs in a Game 7. Again, everybody, if you haven't yet, subscribe to my Twitter or follow me on Twitter. I'll keep updated throughout the games this afternoon and this evening. And I'll probably update a couple on the basketball games tomorrow. We don't do videos on Sunday, but I may throw a pic out there on Twitter, maybe on Facebook, just to keep us involved in what'll be an awesome day tomorrow with 3 more Game 7s, 2 in the NBA and 1 in the NHL. So either way, good luck with your bets. We will see you all on Monday, and have a great weekend. See ya.